I've seen multiple like crash landings
Yeah.
from working in aviation, and they usually go pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Like a landing, I've seen a few planes land without their landing gear down,
Yeah.
and it's like fucking the scariest thing ever, but it's also like really fucking cool because like we would all this happened at Nashville, at the Nashville airport and at Van Nuys. We would be sitting in the ramp, the break room, and they'd get a call on the radio, Mayday, not Mayday, but
Yeah.
hey, we got a landing gear.
Things aren't great
Yeah.
up here.
This is bad in the sky.
Yeah.
Because we always had the ground radio on us, and so they would go, hey, this is November 123, Alpha Fox, landing gear stuck up, gonna do a flyby, can you verify that the thing is stuck up? So the whole airport runs to the runway, like the whole airport.
Wow.
Everyone working there, everything shuts down, so no one's doing any work, so every employee rushes to the fucking edge of the runway on golf carts and in like tugs and stuff. Mm-hmm. and then you hear the radio, the tower, go ahead, do a flyby, we'll verify that if your landing gear is stuck up or not. And they'll do a low pass, just fucking super low. I've seen it with like small planes, and I saw it with a 737 once. And
Yikes.
So
What airline?
So I don't remember. I think it was it might have been like Sun Country or some shitty, some shitty airline. But so yeah, we'd all be standing there, and you'd see this plane do a low pass, and you'd look, and you could just see that the landing gear was up, and we were all just like, holy fuck!
Here's the thing: you can't stay there. You
No.
gotta make a call.
So you're like, holy shit, this is crazy. And at Van Nuys, I saw it was a wheels up King Air. And it did a pass, and yeah, its landing gear wouldn't go down, and we was just like, holy shit, what are you gonna do? And so on the radio, it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna set her down.
Yep.
I'm just gonna set her down. And so they would come in, and there you'd see fire trucks, and like huge fire trucks, and they'd be coming in, and we'd all be like, oh my god, we're about to see a plane crash. And then it would touch down, and it would skid, and sparks would fly, and then like the ambulances and stuff would like almost be like right behind it as it was still moving. And then a party was like,
Oh man.
and then but then you were like, yeah, good, yes, good,
Of course.
good.
But part of you wants to see it go like,
Yeah, you wanna,
and then flames.
dude. I don't want to see like a plane crash. But if a plane crash is going to happen, like, I want to be there to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not wishing that they crashed a plane.
No, of course not.
But if it crashes, I just want to be there and see it happen. There was this one time at the Nashville airport, I was working at Signature, and there was this student pilot who went up at like around sunset, and he was flying around, and same thing, the landing gear got stuck up, and he did a flyby, he buzzed the tower, and they were like, yeah, your landing gear is not working, you're just gonna have to set her down. And he called his family, and like he did circles just to dump fuel. He was just circling the airport to just get rid of all the fuel. And while he was doing that, his family was called, and they came to our airport, and they rushed into the building. Where do we go?
What's that phone call like?
It was nuts.
Like you call your mom for the first time in like 2 months.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, honey, how's it going? Not great.
This is not a good phone call.
This is not one of those nice phone calls. How do you break that news? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. So just a panicked family ran into this fucking thing. Grandma was there. It was nuts. And it was late. It was dark by then. And it was me and the night shift guy. And they run in. What do we do? What's going on? And so we go, just come with us.
You do nothing.
Yeah.
You stay there and watch maybe the worst thing ever, but maybe not.
That's right.
Maybe it's good.
You stick around for maybe a death of your kid.
Yeah.
Or the greatest moment ever.
Yeah.
So
that's not up to me or you.
That's right.
So
I hope your son has some fucking balls. So we load him into the van, and it's this panicked family with me and this night guy, and we drive to the edge of the runway.
Sounds like the worst.
Oh, it was great.
They're all freaking out.
It was great. We drive up to Uniform. It was like this fucking taxiway that was shut off, and it was like right in the middle. So we pull up there, and this kid like does a couple what's it called, passes maybe, like practices.
Okay.
He comes in low and he doesn't set it down, and he goes, okay, that was good. One more comes in. All right, that was good. That's how I'm gonna do it. And then he radioed and he was like, all right, I'm touching down. Like, I'm touching down now. And the family was there and they heard it, and the mom was like, oh! And so he's like, here I go. And it was in some like fucking like Piper Cherokee, like some tiny little 2-seater. And he comes in and he's getting low to the ground, and the mom is crying, oh, please, please don't fucking explode and die. And he brings it in, perfectly fucking places it, middle of the runway.
Nice.
And it's night, and so you see sparks just going out the sides. It's nuts, dude. It's insane. And then my buddy goes, holy shit. And the grandma fucking faints or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
You know?
The wrist over the forehead.
Yeah. Oh my. And
good heavens.
And this dude just fucking plants it, dude.
Nice.
And then fire trucks roll up and they get him out. And then, and whatever, they drive him back to our FBO. And he reunited with his family, whatever, hugging, crying, your son didn't die, whatever. And so they leave. And then so basically they were like, hey, so how are we going to get this plane out? Like, the plane is in the middle of the runway. How do we get it out? And so me and this guy, we were like, we could just tow it out. Mm-hmm. Like, we'll just get a tow bar and hook it up, and we'll just tow it out. But the landing gear, like the back two were down, so
the nose gear was.
So we used like a strap or something. We just strapped to the fucking front landing gear and the nose gear, and yeah, just with a tug, towed this airplane, you know, way too far to be scraping an airplane down the runway, and you know, just like it hit a bump and go,
yeah.
And we just fucking put it in the corner of our fucking ramp, and it sat there for like 5 months until someone like repaired it, and then I think they just destroyed it because it was so fucked.
That's fine. That's the same thing you do with like a shitty car. You're just like, just put it in the end of the driveway.
Yeah,
just
put it in the back.
Yeah, back.
It's literally what we did. We just towed it into the corner.
It sits there, it gets all like polleny, and you're just like, and you can't sell it.
There was birds living in it by the time.
Yeah.
And dude, and yeah, so it just satted there, and then it rotted.
It satted there. And you know, and it's so crazy because
when you're in that moment, a party is like, am I gonna see someone die right now? And then they don't, and you're like, oh, good, I'm good.
Hell yeah.
Good. I'm glad I didn't see a dude die.
Yeah. I'd rather see a dude nail a landing like that than it crash and burn.
Yeah. Yep.